Stalgard should be around here somewhere.
I hope he's fully recovered from being trapped in the rock.
I hope so too, but the Kalsharok dwarves are tough.
I'd like to see Kalsharok. Do you think Stalgard would take me? Should I ask him? Would that be rude?
Only if you ask, Ridley.
They're wary of outsiders, but I could learn so much about the dwarves. About myself. Maybe once things have settled down a bit. Leave it to me. Stalgard told me about this place. The mountain is rich with lyrium, and the dwarves built this outpost to trade with Tevinter. As long as a dwarf stayed within the fort's walls, it would be as though they hadn't left the stone. They could keep their caste, name, and status.
Right. Traditional dwarves are particular about avoiding the surface. Is it just me, or does it feel different now?
You're right. Something's different. Maybe it's because the expression of the Titan's pain that looked like me doesn't live here anymore.
I can't believe that made perfect sense.
I'll just move this rock out of our way.
Is this entire mountain a Titan?
It's been still for so long. I can't tell where it begins and ends. It's big, though. They all were. Those rocks I can move were all parts of the Titans once. Once I knew, I couldn't forget it. Now I sense them all the time, whether they're dead or just sleeping. The story of their fall is the story of our birth. It's why we don't dream, why we're resistant to lyrium, and the reason we feel the earth in our guts. Heard ya. We sold lyrium to the Tevinter Imperium. Titan blood, our blood, traded for gold. So they could use it for magic. The elves stole lyrium from the Titans to make themselves bodies. And eons later, we gave it to a new generation of mages. All on our own. It's sad, isn't it? They mined lyrium here too. Isn't that a little ghoulish? Lyrium is the blood of our ancestors. Maybe ancestors isn't the right word. We were part of them. We were them. I don't know the right word.
So they'll be back, you think?
It is hard to say.
Oh, there he is. Stall.
Ah, good. We are all here. I wanted you to meet my sister, Dura. She is a steward of Kalsharok's memories. A historian.
We have heard of your gifts. We wanted to meet you. To learn from you.
From me?
About the Titans. About our past.
You came here to meet me. To talk to me?
Hey, I'd want to meet you too if I heard all the stories.
I've learned so much, but I know there's still more to discover. I could tell you what I've learned, but maybe it's better if I show you. Hear the song of the stone. You children of Titans.
This is the eternal hymn.
The prayer and the proclamation.
Isa Tunal.
I felt it. I felt the Titans.
I opened my heart to all of you, but I could hold it only for a moment.
But there was an eternity in that moment. Thank you.
No. Thank you. Being here with you. With all of you. I finally understand. We will carry the Titans in our hearts, but it is no longer their time. It is ours.
So, what's this about?
I got you a thing.
The knickers!
What? I knew cheese was stupid.
No, back in Ferelden, we call this cheese the revered mother's knickers. Because that's what it's supposed to smell like.
Oh dear.
Is that good?
Tosh, it's wonderful. I'm really, really touched.
And that's my cue. Good talk. Love you both.
Wait, you're leaving? Don't you want to taste the knickers?
When you put it that way. No. You two need to be alone. Alone. Alone.
Just the two of us.
Oh. I'd really like to show you Ferelden sometime. Sharing Ferelden cheese could be a start?
Okay. Like, now?
I could eat.
Oh, good. Let's go.
Hey, Rook. Irlin and Strife reached out. They finished preparations for Syrian's funeral. I could use someone to come with me. If you're able, just let me know, okay?
Sure thing.
ready to help out. Whenever you need me, I mean. We offer this form to the sky, the sea, and the earth. Thanks, Rook, for coming. I don't think I could have done this alone.
What is it we're doing here?
We need to light 3 more braziers. Each represents an aspect of the self. It's been this way for centuries. It's part of who the Dalish are. Maybe the archive could have told me why before I freed it, but it's what I know and what I want.
I know it's hard, but you can do this.
I already buried him once. At least this time, it's for real. Let's head to the first brazier. Okay, the first brazier should be ahead somewhere.
How far?
However far it needs to be, I guess.
Belara,
Hey, Irulan.
look, if you need to talk, let me know. I don't want our history to make things awkward, and I'm still your friend, you know? Anyways, time to light the first brazier.
A third, we give to the sky, to share your story with the sun and moon. Feels a little weird saying that one with everything we know now. It's not the ancient elves' fault that Elgernon is, well, what he is. Did I make the right choice? Freeing the archive? Losing that piece of who we were?
I've had to make a lot of decisions. Some were hard, some were easy. Eventually, you have to choose. And what happens, happens.
I just wish I knew whether I made the right choice. But I guess we really never know until it's all over. Anyways, let's head to the next brazier.
It's unusual to see all these obstacles in the way of a funeral. Death's hard to deal with, though, no matter where you come from.
Each obstacle's supposed to represent grief and moving past it, literally. But yeah, it's a little weird. Probably. Syrian would have laughed at it. Okay, on to the next brazier. What they did, the Evanurus, to us, I can never forgive.
With any...
Nev, what are you doing here?
What? You know I show up for you, Belle. They'd only let one of us come, though. The rest send their regards, especially Emmerich.
I'm just... Wow. Thank you, Nev. And everyone else.
Hey, as long as I'm around, you've got family. All right, go on and light the brazier.
A third we give to the sea, to share your story with the heart of the world. We always talked about visiting other lands. Syrian and me, I mean. Maybe the Evanurus did just that. Conquered other people. Shattered them like they did the Doors. What would the world look like if they'd left it alone?
The past isn't just one thing. It's all the little choices and events that add up.
Who knows what choices we would have made? If they would have been better or worse. But I keep thinking the Elven were the first people the Evanurus enslaved. They broke us and kept us broken. We survived in spite of them, not because of them. But it's still hard knowing what I know. Okay, on to the next one. Okay, one more brazier to go. I'd always get the words wrong. In the rituals, I mean. Syrian would laugh at me. Well, not in a mean way, and he'd help me. It meant a lot.
So why are there people waiting after the obstacles?
It's a reminder.
I thought Dalish clans planted trees for their funerals.
This is what we've always done, that I remember, anyway. Well, we didn't use ancient magic before.
Balara, I'm sorry about Syrian.
Thanks, Strife. I'm glad you're here.
He was one of us, even if he never officially joined.
He died protecting Arlathan, even knowing the cost.
Saving the world. Seems like it might run in the family. Time to light the last brazier.
And a third returns to the soil, to blossom once again into life. And that's it. A Dalish funeral, or one version, at least. It hasn't changed much in centuries, from and to the earth.
Are you gonna be okay?
You know, I thought I'd be sadder, but I'm okay, mostly. It hurts, but a little bit less every day. Freeing the archive, was it the right choice? Does it mean Syrian died for nothing?
Well, you sent Inaris back to whatever nightmare he came from. That's not nothing.
That's a really good point. He wanted to reclaim our past, find the truth of who we were. He never got that, never found out what he wanted. But he did the right thing. And I got to say goodbye. That's worth something, right? Now I have to live my life for him, for me, and for our people.
That's all any of us can do. Just keep living and putting one foot in front of the other.
It's just hard. Sometimes. Harder than it should be. We'll figure out who we were, who we are, and we'll do it the right way. It's time we let the ghosts of the past rest. I hope you've found peace, and that we'll meet again. Goodbye, Syrian. I love you.
could use some action. No.
Lucas Kreisen, one of our own. He left on his calling months ago, then stumbled back in last night.
Have you met him before?
In passing, yes, but no more. He spent most of his time in the eastern garrisons, and then left for his calling.
That can't be good.
No, I don't imagine it is. The calling is usually the end for wardens.
Except the Gloomhowler. Warden Kreisen, can you talk? What happened?
The dead aren't dead.
Who isn't?
The Deep Roads. The elf wants vengeance. She's planning a crusade.
Isaiah, a crusade against who?
Grey Wardens. All of us.
Well, that's not ominous.
She just lost her mind. Gathering forces. Griffins are there. How much time?
Lucas?
Antoine, I need to know where he came out of the Deep Roads. It's time we flush the sewers. This is it, where Warden Kreisen came back from his calling. Easy boy.
He senses Darkspawn?
That, and the Griffins. This is your time, boy. You're ready for this. Hunt. Don't go getting a big head, boy. I mean it. You watch those tail feathers of yours. The second you feel Darkspawn breathing on them, you hide.
This thing, the Gloomhowler.
Isaiah.
Why would she take the Griffins to the Deep Roads? What does she want?
She was a Grey Warden. Last anyone heard, she disappeared down here.
After using blood magic on her own Griffins.
And she's still at it. The Archdemon blood she took from the cauldron, that's the end of Hassan's family if we don't stop her.
What's your name, Warden?
What is this place?
Sanctuary.
It reeks of Darkspawn and Blight.
Embrace it, and it will embrace you. The calling is not the end for Grey Wardens. You're no Warden. You're not allowed.
Not allowed to do what?
Join those who hear the song of the old gods.
You're sworn to kill Darkspawn, not befriend them.
She showed us another way.
She? You mean Isaiah?
Names fade. The song endures. But not for you.
Whatever you're doing down here, I'm sure it wasn't part of the Warden Oath.
The Oath says we kill monsters like this.
It didn't have to be this way.
Only true believers shall pass.
You're a warden. It feels wrong fighting other wardens.
What has Isaiah done to them?
I don't know, but the Blight's taken hold. Son, you okay? Good. You're doing fine.
Where are we anyway? Doesn't look like the deep roads I know.
They're building something down here. Almost like... Nah.
Like what?
A corrupted version of Weishaupt.
More at the bridge!
Son, let him have it.
Darkspawn! And wardens!
Fighting together? What's wrong? You conspire with fiends of darkness? Snap out of this, Wardens. You say it's evil. You're following a monster.
It looks like Weishaupt, but worse.
Even blighted, they were still great ones. Old memories linger. Echoes of them anyway. Twisted by Isaiah.
First Warden?
Rook, I'm never to be rid of you.
What happened? I thought you died.
I'm sorry to disappoint you. Gillenane did her worst. Then she found me.
The Gloom Howler? Isaiah?
Nothing will stop me. We'll defend Weishaupt to the death.
Weishaupt? You mean this place?
It stood for centuries. None will breach its defenses.
Isaiah's messing with your mind. None of this is real.
Our victory will be real enough. Send reinforcements to the North Wall. Rally on my signal.
What are you talking about?
The Griffins will repel these invaders.
Where are they? What did you do with them?
Stop questioning my orders, Warden. 50 lashes for insubordination.
He's just like the others. He's too far gone.
What do we do?
Set him free. Even he deserves some mercy.
Only death will free them.
They managed to rebuild the war room. I remember this from Weishaupt.
Isaiah's raised her army. Now the war starts.
Maps here, all across Thetis. Looks like battle plans.
Isaiah's ambitious. I'll give her that.
Found a blueprint for Weishaupt. The real one.
Must have used it to build this place. Hassan! Where are you, boy? Stay safe. We'll find you. I don't believe it. They built Weishaupt's dungeon down here.
That's some attention to detail.
Why did Weishaupt even have a dungeon?
The real dungeon in Weishaupt usually had drunk wardens sleeping at all. Now they're housing a darkspawn army. missed you too, boy. I promise I won't disappear like that again. No, I didn't bring any gingerwort truffles.
Hassan! Your brothers and sisters are waiting! By the blood of the old gods, these griffins will be born again!
She's starting the ritual. The griffins.
We have to get in there.
I don't see the griffins!
They're up at the top, past all this blight.
More blighted wardens!
I see them. Keep attacking the boils. Kill Asaya.
We interrupted the ritual!
Hit her while she's vulnerable.
There's more blight boils!
We have to clear them out to get up to the griffins!
A new order will rise from the deep room.
Wardens, we don't have to fight. Asaya's the real enemy.
Where's your friend, Weishaupt?
This isn't Weishaupt.
The griffins!
We'll get you out.
Grey Wardens! Destroy those who would destroy our cause!
killing him?
By releasing him.
We know who you are. Saya. A Grey Warden who lost her way. You blighted the Griffins. You doomed them.
The Wardens doomed them by their own decree. I saved them. The eggs. These are the future. With blight in their veins, the Griffins will be immortal. The Wardens will never harm them again. I will be their shield against the pain.
I'm sorry you were forced to hurt them, but it won't make today any better.
You're a Grey Warden. Act like one. Be the light in the darkness. Or die, here and now.
The darkness offers protection. So it must be.
A song, like an arrow! Who's ready to go home?
The Feather Brigade looks happy.
And I'd like to keep it that way. Just not sure how.
What did you have in mind?
I was thinking I'd ask my good friend Rook for advice. I'm too close to this. Too attached.
Davrin, they're hungry and staring at me. That one's salivating.
Let's do this. I asked you all here to make a decision. These Griffins need a home, a purpose, a future. Evka, tradition would say they return home with the Grey Wardens, continue their lineage as warriors fighting the darkness.
We're already preparing the Eyrie for them. This time, we vow they'll be treated with honor and respect.
But I've also seen another side to them, a protective side. It's only fair to consider a new path. Eldrin?
Arlathan Forest needs a guardian. Sentinels to fight the marauders, the poachers, the rot. I'd be happy to train them.
And now the tough part. I trust all of you. I don't trust myself, my judgment. I'm too close to them. But I do trust Rook. He risked his life for these Griffins. Whatever he feels is best, I'll agree to.
Really? You sure?
No doubt.
With so many things in our world changing, I think now is the time for Griffins to try something new. They have served the Wardens well, which is why I know they'll do the same for Arlathan Forest. I've seen a different side to them. The Shepherd. Protecting creatures in our world who are often forgotten. The Griffin's new home should be among the trees.
Well said.
The forest and everything that lives there thanks you.
Son. I love you, boy. Don't want to lose you. They're your family. I understand if you want to go with them. It's up to you. Bye, boy. Welcome home. Now, how about thanking Rook for all the help?
Come here. Wait, what's that you say? I can ride you all over Thetis when you're big enough?
Hey now.
It's what he said, I swear.
Yeah? How about we discuss it over some ginger wort tea?
Okay, so the plan is basically to sneak around, find Hezenkos's lantern, and smash it. That's quite a crowd over in the manor.
Johanna's gathering. If she's mingling there, we'll be spotted. Fortunately, we have someone who could pass as a servant.
You don't think he'll stand out?
There'll be other undead servants. I'd be surprised if Johanna recognized him. You know, she never truly appreciated Manfred's cleverness. Right, Manfred. You're to find Johanna's guests and help us gather information on where her workshop might be. We'll be watching in case anything occurs.
Something's gonna occur.
Once we find and destroy Johanna's lantern, we'll end whatever she's planning. Hopefully before she introduces the lantern to her guests.
That should be enough time for Manfred to blend in as a servant.
Let's find a place inside to observe him, quietly.
Right. Let's find another way in.
Johanna's last guests must already be in attendance.
There's a lot of people here. Hezenkos must be planning to drain their souls with her lantern.
And after that? Raise more undead, I'd wager. But no ordinary revival would
Sounds like the party's in that main hall where we confronted Hezenkos.
Perfect. We can watch Manfred discreetly from the balconies.
And see if Hezenkos has that lantern on her.
There's Manfred. And Johanna.
But no lantern.
Now, you were saying about a shrine in the manor.
Yes, a shrine revealed by a spectral tome, which, as an expert, I could read if our host ever lets me into the library.
An ancestral shrine? I could question the deceased there about the location of Johanna's lantern.
Well, if a book can lead us to the shrine, let's hit the library.
I'm just waiting for our host's grand announcement.
The library's to the east, right? Where we close Hezenkos' portal into the Fade.
Why did she return to this much? Johanna must have a workshop hidden here. Likely where she's prepared whatever she plans to empower with this lantern.
We're not alone here.
Johanna's creatures. We must deal with them quickly. Well played. I'd expected Johanna to post more guards.
Maybe she didn't want to scare her guests? Let's see if we can find that book pointing to the ancestral shrine. Nothing about a shrine here.
And what's a romance doing under geography?
What about this? That book just snarled at me.
Ah, there's our spectral tome. Well done.
It's not opening.
One must be delicate. That guest of Johanna's claimed to be an expert in spectral literature.
And was interested in the shrine. Let's have Manfred hand him the book, see what he says. Were you waiting for us? Manfred, take this tome to the man asking about the shrine, please.
Don't worry. We'll watch from the balcony.
What's this? The Spectral Guide to Blackthorn Manor? There now. I only want to look up one thing. Ah, there is an ancestral shrine in the northwest wing.
Perfect. Let's go to the shrine.
Yes, the deceased there should be most helpful in finding Johanna's lantern. This way to the shrine.
I've never been to a party with so many mages without being hired to kill one of them.
Were your targets always mages?
Not all the time. But how do we kill Hesengos? Does she even breathe?
It's unlikely. The stilling of the lungs is one of the first blessings of undeath.
Don't worry. We'll find a way.
Shrine's locked.
We must find a... Manfred?
What's he got there? Is this a key to the shrine?
Excellent, Manfred. Oh my. A body from the house of the Verheims, prepared during the Storm Age.
We can come back for it after.
Excellent idea.
Time to find Hesengos. He's all yours, Emmerich.
By flame and seal, by light and flood, open your eyes once more.
Who dares disturb?
Friends to the dead.
Friends, this one was abandoned, lost.
Emmerich, it's getting noisy.
He's unusually obstinate. Speak! Where is Hesengos?
Prove yourselves. What claim have you to the deceased? A willing dead companion. This one concedes.
Manfred, just...
I know. Also, we should move.
Oh, he can talk. Manfred, say something else. Come now, you just spoke.
We have to go.
Yes, yes.
More undead.
Hannah's work. We're on the right track.
All right. Where's that red tapestry? This wall looks... Ha! Secret door!
Manfred, could you please squeeze through and open the door from the other side? Yes! Aha! I knew I didn't imagine him speaking.
How can Manfred talk now?
He began as a wisp that embodied what most wisps do, curiosity. I knew he was learning quickly outside the necropolis, but this level of complexity is remarkable.
Does a skeleton need to learn anything? He's not even alive.
Ah, but Lucanus, what is life considered holistically?
Why did I ask that?
Good work, Manfred.
Hope this leads to where Hezenkos is keeping that lantern.
I can only imagine what she's planning to use it for. Another shrine.
Fresh flowers. Someone has been here.
This must lead to Johanna's workshop.
What's that through the wall?
Oh my word!
Mierda.
I thought you and your little friends might worm your way into my heart, Karen.
Johanna, even half-lich, you can't control something this massive.
Such little baby.
That glow in the skeleton up there. That's Hezenkos' lantern.
She's going to use the life stored in it to reanimate that monstrosity. Quickly, we must reach the lantern.
lot of undead.
You may as well weep for the fuel in a bond.
I'm seeing why Hezenkos failed that Lich morality test.
We must make haste to that lantern. Unbelievable! Johanna's stolen a chamber from the Grand Necropolis and transposed it under Blackthorn Manor.
Mages. You want contracts in your life? This is how you get a contract on your life.
The Necropolis is...
Don't think I can't sense your undead lackey sneaking about.
Oh, I wish Manfred had stayed above.
He'll be fine. We'll handle this.
I've set that one up! Manfred, there you are.
And can you release that ladder?
Thank you, Manfred. Now find somewhere safe.
There's the lantern. You're gonna free the spirits inside?
We must, before we can destroy it.
Like back when you were freeing those spirits Hezenkos trapped in the manor? That took a lot out of you.
I must try, Rook.
Emmerich!
There are too many trapped spirits. I'm sorry. I can't. Another lash of power might end me.
What's that, Volkaren? Afraid to chance death for your precious spirits? For all your fine words on the subject, only I had the courage to risk my life for our art.
I've seen Emmerich face worse than you.
I'm not the one so paralyzed by fear I couldn't seize immortality.
Johanna! Listen to me! You're right. I've never overcome fear of that final dark. I miss having a friend that could.
Yes. Always the idealist.
I'm sorry Lichdom failed you. I swear I would have helped you had you come to me. But puppeting this creature...
Puppet? Puppet? Do you think I'm staying a failed lich? I won't command my greatest creation! I will become it! To see you, friends. Scoffing colleagues, interfering Templars, inept rivals. You all have a place in my heart. And tonight you will fuel my ascension at the cost of your miserable lives.
Move.
You think you can stop me? Once I get rid of you, I will merge with my greatest work and conquer this city!
Emmerich, can she do that?
Yes! She's attempting full possession with the life of the people here.
We need to stop Hezenkost long enough to destroy that lantern.
With that much life inside it, the backlash could...
We don't have a choice.
Once I destroy you, wretches, my union with my creation will be complete. Aren't you persistent? Fine! I'll go down there myself!
About time.
Silence! I'll crush you myself if I must. It's touching that you brought your new friends to die with you, Veilguard. I'll be sure to bury you all in the same tomb!
This isn't working. We can't break the lantern.
You think I'd leave myself vulnerable to you? Enough playing! Your pointless lives will fuel my triumph!
We have to move! She's draining life from us. We must find shelter.
Right. You can't free the spirits in that lantern?
It might kill me and not even work. No living thing can approach it and... Manfred! Come back!
Any last words, Veilguard, before I... Ugh, you miserable little...
Manfred!
Manfred knew you could do this. So do I.
By the spirits bound here, night and shadow, light and blood.
What are you doing?
Let your chains loosen. Let the Fade draw close.
You'll never succeed, you old fool!
I release you to the air.
No! You small bite!
Emmerich, how's Manfred holding to...
We must go to the necropolis. His body could only take so much. But I underestimated him, Rook. What bravery in the heart of the dead. And how he grew. Manfred disobeyed me beautifully. He was his own soul at the end.
Can you bring him back?
I will ask.
Emmerich Veilguard. You were not expected so soon.
If I can do anything to help,
Thank you. But this must come from me. My lord, I come regarding Manfred, my fallen companion.
Yes, there are ways to return his spirit. But should you do this, Lichdom falls from your grasp.
What? Why?
Lichdom is long. If I'm to stand outside death, I must make peace with others passing through it.
What would we otherwise become? How many exceptions till tyranny? Revive him and remain mortal. Or let him slumber and join us.
Emmerich.
Manfred chose to help us. Am I too weak to accept his well-earned rest? I yearn for Lichdom Rook, that leap into something greater, that everlasting light. Do I revive him and live out my days? Or do I honor death by letting him rest and protect this world through immortality?
Mortality's a hard price, but you'd miss Manfred.
Oh, of course I would. But a Watcher should be more accepting of loss, of grief, of his own death in turn.
You're braver than you know, Emmerich. You've always risked your life. Against Hezenkos, against the gods.
Death's abyss always recedes with someone to brave it for.
I think facing a lot of things would be easier if Manfred was back.
Oh, he was fearless. He has so much potential, Rook. So far to grow.
Then help him do it.
You're absolutely right. I'll need your help. Rest easy, Manfred. We'll soon have you back amongst the living.
I should check on Emmerich and see if he's ready to bring back Manfred.
Hey, you up for drinks? I'm taking Balara to the Hilt for drinks with the Lords of Fortune. You should come. Isabella's paying.
Isabella's paying? For golden glory and free drinks.
I've made my preparations, Rook. Will you help me restore Manfred to the world of the living?
I'll do whatever I can.
Thank you. We must go to the necropolis once you're ready.
Maybe tomorrow.
Swimming? Don't push your luck. You're still learning how to fly.
You two have come a long way since we met.
Yeah, and he's still just a cub.
Wait till he's a teenager.
It's all about emotion with his son. What makes him happy, what makes him sad, or afraid. He's pure that way. No hiding anything. He likes you, you know it. He doesn't like you, he won't hold back.
What about me?
He's taken a shine.
Yeah?
Listen, I wanted to thank you. Without your help, the Griffins would have gone extinct all over again. You stepped up. They have a home because of you.
Eldrin and the Dalish will take good care of them. It's the best choice for the Griffins. And I bet Hassan's brothers and sisters will agree.
He says as long as there are clear skies to roam, warm sun to nap, and bellyfuls of food, they'll be happy.
A Griffin's word is good enough for me.
Till Tosh teaches him how to swear.
That might actually be fun. See you around. Okay, Emmerich. How's this work?
We'll need assistance finding Manfred's wisp and drawing it back into his body. By pact and pledge, I seek an audience. By light and breath, let wisdom come. You've met these spirits before, but I've never properly introduced you. Rook, allow me to present two Necropolis Guardians, the keepsake of ages and far-sighted curio.
Thank you both very much for helping with Manfred.
How polite. How fine.
Good manners in mortal kind, beyond the spirit callers at last.
Friends, my assistant, my ward, Manfred, sacrificed himself to save us.
We'd heard you'd abandoned Lichdom to bring him back. Your work, your dreams.
You paid the price. But it seems there are many flickers of curiosity in the Fade.
And only one you seek. Draw his wisp near. Speak.
Can I help?
Yes, please. Think of Manfred. Tell me something you felt about him. Concentrate.
I was always surprised Manfred survived what we dragged him through. I don't think it was just because he was all bones. I think that's just Manfred.
In the sea of the Fade, there are wakes left by our passing. Our desires, our fears. I leave this beacon for you, Manfred. Follow my voice. Return to me Please.
Manfred? It worked. That's wonderful. That's wonderful indeed.
Thanks for stitching that seam on my coat, Fred. It was coming loose. And nice new threads yourself.
Thank you. Yes, we needed something to mark him as an apprentice around the necropolis.
It's a good fit. See you around.
Yes!
How you doing, Manfred?
Alive! He's excited for his training. Manfred's spellcraft is coming along nicely, more or less. Some undead have the potential to cast magic. I believe his was unlocked by his journey through the Fade.
What was that like?
Dunno. You mean you don't know? Dunno. We must work on that enunciation. Why don't you fetch the primer?
I'm glad things worked out.
I'm glad you talked me into it. As he grows, Manfred will better learn to take care of himself. I won't worry so much when I pass on.
How do you feel about that last part?
I have moments of regret for what Lichdom might have been. But none would make me exchange this for anything.
Rook, I had an idea. I figured it's a good time to check in with Eldrin. See how his griffin training is coming along. Want to come with me to Arlathan?
Sounds like a plan.
It'll be good to see those feathery faces again.
Rook, you're here. Good. I had a question for my story.
Sure. What kind of question?
Oh, well, a personal one, I guess. Maybe not. Never mind.
Oh, come on, I'm curious now.
Okay, I'll try. I'm gonna do this. So I'm having fun. It's different, but neat. And the fighting bits are going well. So's the romance, mostly.
That's great. I'm glad it's going well.
It is. It helps. All of what we do, I mean. Not that I'm writing about us, but, well, it's us inspired.
So, what did you want to ask then?
It's my hero. I know who they are, what they look like, all of that. But I can't figure out the why.
Why what?
Why they do it. Risk it all. Save the world. Well, you're a hero. I mean, a real one. So why are you doing all this?
The world's gonna end if we don't stop it. And I don't see a whole lot of other people lining up to help.
I wish I could be like that. Facing danger, caution to the wind.
But that's pretty much exactly what you do. All the time.
Sure, because I have to. And I'm scared the whole time.
Everyone's scared sometimes. It's what you do with the fear that counts. Facing it, fighting through it, that's what a hero does.
I guess so. It's hard to think of it that way. We are going up against a god. Multiple gods, actually. That feels heroic. To me, at least. And we're saving the world.
We're gonna see this through. All the way.
I like that confidence. Anyways, I should get back to it. Writing. Thanks, Rook. That helped. A lot.
Thanks for the tip-off. Got people clear.
Busters in Docktown? Who's our next rising star?
So, what's the story?
If Rana was right, Alia's in Sanctum Lucican. We've chased the leads. This is it. We find the Sanctum, Alia's blood magic ritual site, and Docktown's missing people.
Some news between friends. Venatori got Damas. The boss is dead.
What? Who's running the threads?
They'll follow last orders for a bit, then someone grabs control or we fall apart. Time's running out.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too.
Alec, the Threads used some of the catacombs for smuggling.
The cult pushed us out across the city, but I still know the ways in. What's the favor?
Nev, Rook, you have news. I wasn't sure you'd tell me.
I said I would.
No, I asked you to, and never mind.
Rana, it's going to be fine.
All right. What did you find?
Sanctum Lucican is underground, in a lost stretch of catacombs near the Thread Market.
Good. I can help.
I told you what I found. I owed you that. We hand Aelia to her latest boss, and how long does she stay caught?
My boss doesn't know I'm here. I'll go around him and get a writ. We'll hand Aelia to the cleanest Justicar in the city.
You'll lose your job for that.
I'll live. And Docktown will see people stand up for it.
How many Venatori are we expecting?
Aelia's never short on zealots.
You're up for a fight, right?
The people Aelia took, are we sure they're...
alive? If she needs blood for the ritual, she'll want it fresh. If she wants puppets, she needs them alive.
And if you're wrong?
We give people closure.
When will Aelia start the ritual? How do we know she hasn't already?
We don't. But I know her. If she was done, she'd have made her next move. A complex ritual takes resources, supplies. Aelia's war with the Thread slowed her down, but time's short.
Tick-tock.
All right. Let's go.
Now? I need time to...
Give Aelia time to know we're moving, and we're dead. The job's simple. We enter the sanctum, get to the ritual site, and hit Aelia by surprise.
Can you get in without the cult noticing?
If we can get into the catacombs, we can get in.
Just hold Aelia. I'll catch up.
Alone? You'll get yourself killed. I'll send someone for you.
I'll set a man at the market to get you inside. Just make the cult bleed.
All right, let's get to the Thread Market.
It was Venatori. They painted... It won't come out. What am I supposed to do? It's not like... Really?
Yeah. I hate to ask, but...
You got someone to work.
How many people has Aelia taken?
That I know for sure, too many.
There. A body.
What's this? He's got something on him.
Alex, man. The Venatori got him first. He was watching Venatori movement, spying on the entrance to Sanctum Lucican. We need to get in there. All right. I've got another way in. Follow me. We get one shot at Aelia. Just one.
We're ready for it.
You alright? Yes, sorry. Haven't really been sleeping.
They're afraid.
Can't blame them.
No, but it makes them easy targets for the Venatori.
I know. We're almost there.
You have a back way to the thread market?
A little something I uncovered. Don't tell Alec. There's our way to the market. Leave the entrance to me.
I'm guessing it isn't simple?
There's a trick to the enchantment. Just need to untangle it.
All right. We're in.
Let's move. Venatori guards. If they report back to Aelia, it's over.
You wither before us!
God
I have it powered!
Got us at range. Watch it.
Go to you.
Understood. And now?
The note on the dead man. It mentioned a warehouse. Let's look around. Place is a mess, but look what stands out.
The statue. I know a secret entrance when I see one.
It's our way in. Once we're over there. We're through. Sanctum should be ahead.
So it's not just prisons kept underwater. Your catacombs run there too.
In places. Tunnels used to run to every island Minratha's owned. Most of them flooded ages ago. Some are cut off from the city, but not all of them. More of Aelia's Venatori.
We're in the right place.
You feel our might!
That's my kind of...
We need to close it!
Aelia won't hear from them.
Come on, we need to get inside. We're close,
Nev?
This is it. Sanctum Lucican, the god of night keeping people in the dark. Isn't that perfect? I can feel blood magic here. Alia's getting stronger. And her ritual. I've got a sick feeling it's going to work.
You'll decide how this ends.
Maybe. Just stick with me, Trouble.
You got it. We've got company.
The time has come. It begins now.
For the glory of Kazinta reborn!
They said the time has come. Alia's getting started.
If we're lucky, she's distracted. But we need to keep moving.
So the blood ritual Alia's doing, she says it's from the risen god, meaning Algernon.
She'd bargain with anyone if he gave her the power, and the city she's after. The fact that he doubled as Tevinter's god of night must have made the whole deal sweeter.
What happened here?
A warm-up for the ritual.
Demons!
All the blood magic in this place attracts them.
Spite feels it too.
What a mess. And still no sign of Dogtown's missing people.
The magic from the other side of this barrier. I don't like it.
Which means that's the way to go.
In the cage. That's...
He's from Dogtown. A paper seller.
Nev Gallus. Did you think I wouldn't notice you were here?
Alia. Here goes nothing. Damn it. Her magic. I can't just pull him out. It might kill him. We need to keep moving.
Mage blood. All your power. And how do you waste it? Chasing thieves. Playing Shadow Dragon. Fighting Minrathus.
Nev, can you stop this?
I can stop their hearts faster.
Why these people? Why Dogtown?
I couldn't draw the Magisterium's attention. Not before I had the magic to guide those in power.
Then Docktown was a test.
Gallus! Help! They don't understand. You won't save them. What do you do for the city, Nev Gallus? Complain that it's not what you want. I gave Docktown purpose. The humble serve the righteous. I will raise the city up. Even you will thank me. In fact, I'm waiting.
Their only chance is if we stop her ritual, break her power.
Nev, are you?
I'm fine. We've got a job to finish.
Nev.
Rana, Alec, your route through the catacombs still worked. Guessing it was as safe as ours.
Help that you tore through the place.
The people Aelia took, we couldn't,
We'll save who we can.
Alec, sticking around for the fight?
I've got people in the tunnels, and I want in. The cult hit Thread territory. We protect our streets.
The threads. Nev, we can bring Aelia in. Let people see her face justice.
Left the Templars to play hero, did we? Scared to get your hands dirty? We did, and it held Aelia off.
So she disappears? Or we spread rumors of murder? Docktown needs hope, not fear.
What? Play nice, lose the zealot, and guess who winds up dead? If scaring cultists does the trick, we'll send a message. Docktown's ours.
Relax. We're on the same side.
I want to be.
Worry about it later. Aelia knows we're here, but there's a chance she's not marked you. Go and stay out of sight. If we can throw a surprise at her, we might have a shot.
All right. What's the plan?
Stop Aelia.
Right. Of course.
Do you feel that, Nev Gallus? The old magic, our legacy. It returns.
You aren't the future, Aelia. You're a murderer.
I am Minrathus. Its dark truth and bright power. The city won't miss you. Docktown won't. No!
Docktown has you, and they see it.
They just want hope. A chance.
When this is over, I will bring it to them.
You won't. But I'll give it a shot.
No! Your death serves our cause. Proof that those without faith fall.
The enemies of Empire.
Faith, just not in you.
Stop it here.
We can stop her for good.
Spill their blood.
Your master.
Another assault.
Get back!
With her before!
That's a forfeit. Blood for the gods.
We're under fire.
They're at range.
Nali, lose yours.
chose me! When I take Minrathous, the city will thrive!
Alia's yours now. The rest?
Don't play nice.
I never do.
Ducktown is finished with you!
Destroy them, faithful! Your power and mine.
We drain you alive! Bring our skill together!
Brooke gets that one.
Well executed!
Our followers will rise! We will rise! To Vinter!
Will rise. Try something new.
Throw your life away! It's what you've done already!
I'm ready. Let's...
Tevinter! Minrathous! They're broken! We both know it! I would raise us all! You!
I do what I can. Rana, take Alia. Make sure Ducktown sees it happen.
You tried to stop me before!
And if you escape, I'll find you again. And every time I do, Minrathous will see someone standing against people like you. Alia's in custody. Fair doesn't always win in Docktown. Maybe it did this time.
You've been chasing Alia a long time.
Yeah?
And you won. I know it wasn't easy, but does it help?
Not yet. But it will.
So, what now?
Rana's out of the Templars. I asked her to join me. Docktown could use another investigator. If people need help, someone to stand up for them. Looks like they're stuck with us. I've played this game a long time. Counted on myself for most of it. At the end of the day, that's who I had left. So here we are. We've chased Alia, faced a couple guards, and somehow you stick.
What? You think I'd go somewhere?
Not yet.
Not ever.
The Evanurers do not need, they only demand.
He's courageous, and I do enjoy his stories. I didn't expect it, but Strife and I are getting along quite well. But where to go with him?
Does he like coffee or knives? Sorry, Emric. Rook might be better at this.
Rook, quickly, Strife will be here soon. Does wandering Arlathan's groves or exploring its caves, filled with lightning insects, seem more romantic?
If you and Strife are just out for fun, I'm sure any place is good.
Strife's is a life of danger, constantly exploring, sometimes hunted, often alone. Whether or not he knows it, a man like that needs romance.
And you're gonna give it to him?
Oh, eventually.
How long have you and Strife been seeing each other?
Not for long. He inquired about my corpse whispering, then presented me with the most exquisite jeweled skull. One thing led to another.
That's some present.
Wasn't it?
If you want romantic, you can't beat a beautiful forest.
Very true. Perhaps serenity would be just the thing.
All set. Where are we heading, Emric?
After some consideration, let's jaunt over to the groves.
A jaunt in Arlathan. Not exactly what veil jumpers would call it. Though there are some flowers you might like.
Ah, I'll find some sample vials. Until later.
That's what I like about your friend, Rook. For a city mage, he's not afraid to play in the mud.
Should I wait up?
Don't bother. It's not a real outing if we don't come back till sunrise.
You need me for a fight, just say. Eldrin, how's the training going?
Just a minute. Poachers are nearby. The Hulla are in trouble. Quick, to your positions. Go!
Maybe try asking them nicely.
I won't be there the day the real hunters show up. No time to be polite.
What about belly rubs?
You're the one leading the charge against the gods?
Carrot before the stick.
Looks like you met your match there, Eldrin.
They know none of this is real. Won't waste the effort.
You need to rouse the raptor in them.
That gives me an idea.
Wait, what's happening?
The Hala are in trouble, and unarmed hunters nearby. Attack!
No, no,
They
no, no, no!
got it!
Her mind keeps pulling on threads, this or that, puzzle pieces put together. A wave of wisps fluttering, flocking to see what she thinks of next.
Right. But is that the only reason they come around?
Ooh, suspicions.
Tougher than I was told.
Avatosh! The air has been running from the storm all afternoon. You came just in time for it. There are others here as well, up the beach.
Yeah, it's okay. We came to meet them.
Rivani with one of their seers. They asked how I was. They asked if I would like to come with them and teach about the weather.
What do you mean the air is running away from the storm?
We think of air as being nothing. But if you have felt a driving wind, you know it has weight. On a calm, sunny day, the air rests on you like a warm, thick blanket. When a storm is coming, the air pushes on you less. We say that it is afraid, running from the storm.
You can feel the difference in the air?
Some of us use tools to measure it. Some of us can feel it in old aches, or the way your body knows the sun is rising.
Do you want to take them up on their offer?
I did not want to be around people after I fled the Antam. I did not know the world outside the Qun. But the Rivani have been kind. It will not be the same, but I think it will be all right. And I think staying here would make me sad, now that Shathan is gone.
Yeah.
Your mother's horn. You wear it as jewelry, like the Rivani do.
Yeah. Rivani wear their stories.
She would like it.
She'd be so pissed.
She would. But she would be proud of you.
Hey, before we go, I brought food. It's probably not as good as she makes it.
Thank you, Avatosh. I will eat the fruit. Be safe. Do not stay out too long in the storm.
Right. Let's go see what the damn tablet says.
You all right?
Just ready to get it over with. The seer said she had to give the translation in person.
That's a little odd.
Yep. Come on.
Did the seer at least give you a hint of what the tablet said?
Nope.
And she wouldn't say why we had to meet in person instead of just sending a...
Sorry. No food today. Next time.
Probably get all soggy anyway.
This is good. Simple.
Wet?
You're the one who keeps throwing rocks. Come on. No sense putting it off.
That your seer?
Nobody else around here dumb enough to wait in the rain?
Child of Shaitan, you come with questions and dragon blood in your veins.
Rowan, didn't realize it was gonna be you. So, you can read the tablet?
In my dreams, I found a spirit that knows the old language. The spirit respects the Qun, because this tablet is important to Qunari history. It is willing to help.
Karash said that you offered to take him along. He'll be all right?
Karash saw many things that no one should have to see. We could help him grow to become whole again.
And he'll teach your sailors to predict storms?
Do you truly think Ravane, a country full of sailors, has none who understands the weather?
Then why?
He follows the Qun. People who follow the Qun need to feel useful.
You are your mother's child.
The spirit respects the Qun? How does that work?
Spirits watch our world from the Fade. Some watch Tevinter, others Ravane, and others Parvalan. What spirits watch, they reflect. Those who watch Qunari grow to respect the Qun.
But Qunari are afraid of spirits.
It is complicated. In Ravane, we allow spirits to possess us. Under the Qun, such a thing is forbidden. This spirit respects the Qun, so it will not possess me fully. It will speak to me, but not through me.
That's a fine line to walk.
Yes, it is.
Rowan, you know us. We could have met at the hilt or by the alluvion. Why do this here?
The spirit has watched Tosh. It knows that this is where they come for matters of the soul.
What do you mean? This is just where I come to feed birds and practice fire breathing.
And why do you come here specifically for that?
I don't know. I like to listen to the waves crash. It's noisy, but also not. Makes it easier to think.
That is why we are here.
We are grateful for your help and for the spirits.
The spirit has watched the Qunari for many ages. It knows the old tongue. It will give you what you seek. You brought the tablet?
I thought you already had a copy.
We destroyed it.
Why?
The spirit says that the words held therein must never be written. Only words of fire may carry the message safely.
But why?
Bring your fire to the tablet, Tosh. We will show you. By dragon flame come these words. Trust no tale not hidden by the fire. When the great foe struck, we embraced the blood of dragons. Champions blessed with fire protected us and saw the unseen. We escaped to distant shores, but found no peace. Disease will lay us low. If more of us flee across the ocean, it means our people failed. Prepare then for the devouring storm.
What does all that Vashadan mean?
It means, cousin, that the power you wield is no accident. It means our people fought against an ancient enemy. And it means the Qunari fled that same enemy to come here.
But what does that mean now?
Only the spirits can say.
Whatever else the tablet says, it means that the ancient Qunari thought people like you were important, Tosh.
So this is what my mother died to give me. More work? This is Vashadan.
Sorry, Rowan. They're taking this hard.
As a seer, I am a vessel through which spirits share their wisdom. That wisdom is not always a comfort. Please go to them, Rook. They need your voice more than mine right now.
All right. Where'd they go? Oh, Tosh. After all this, if I break my neck climbing up here in the rain, Harding, you owe me for this. Hey, Tosh.
All that work, all the ancient Kunari crap that she died for. And what's the secret? More work? More responsibility? She can't just leave me with this. She can't just leave me.
You're allowed to feel sad that she's gone.
I already cried about her once. I should be done.
I don't think that's how it works.
Like you'd know how it works? You act like you haven't lost anyone.
We're talking about you.
The Kunari thought I was a mistake. The Dragon King thought I was a weapon. Shaitan was the only one who believed in me. How did they forget everything the tablets said? How did they lose so much?
With all due respect, screw the Kunari. Do you care what they think?
Nope.
Neither did your mother. That's why she left. She knew they'd lost the truth. The first bit of the tablet? Don't trust anything except what's written in the fire. Stories change. Eventually people forget what they used to mean. Your mother knew that. The Kunari have forgotten so much. They won't be ready for whatever's next, whether it's the devouring storm or something else.
But Ravain will. We've got a lot of Kunari who don't follow the Qun. And we can get more.
From where?
From the Antam. They already broke away from the Qun. They respect strength. Maybe we can kill the bad ones and bring the rest in. Show them how to live outside the Qun. Like my mother did. I can do that for you. Tama.
Rescued some Dalish from being Archdemon breakfast, didn't you? Wish I could have seen the look on Elganan's face.
Need an edge in the Hall of Valor? Come take a look. Hey, punch an Antom for me. Nothing but top shelf stuff over here. Have a good fight.
Sup?
So, Tarsh pries the enormous ruby out of the statue's eye socket. Except then it wakes up, and now it's real pissed that it's missing an eye.
My.
What kind of statue was this?
Big snake.
Ugh. Snakes are just the worst.
Really? Oh, I like them. They're friendly most of the time. And if you get bitten by a venomous one, you almost always survive.
And now we've got a giant, angry, one-eyed snake statue trying to swallow Tarsh whole.
Wait, how does that work? Where would they go? Did it have a stomach?
Wait for it.
Best part is, while Tarsh is pounding that snake's nose, she's still holding the ruby in her other hand. Maker's panties, I was so proud.
Oh,
Ah, shit. They're still holding it. Sorry.
What are you doing?
Pulling a barv.
Oh. Okay.
A barv?
Tradition in the Lords of Fortune, from one of our old members, Barv. Good guy, but like most of us, his plans went sideways a lot. Bad blood among your crew's not good for morale, but there's not always time for big, drawn-out apologies. So, when one of us screws up and we know we've screwed up, we do a quick 10 to put it right. Pulling a barv. Oh, there we go.
Any reason you can't just apologize?
Sometimes people say, oops, sorry, and hope that fixes it. But they just want to get the whole thing over with. Trust me, I know. But pulling a barv, you sweat a little. Makes you think about it a little more. Shows the other person you mean it.
What if they mean it when they say they're sorry, though?
And that's the other reason. Some people mess up and get all dramatic. They make it about them. Oh, you know, I didn't mean it right. I'd never do that on purpose. They feel so bad about it that it's on everyone else to smooth it over and make them feel better.
Oh, okay. Yes, some people might do that.
Pulling a barv puts it on the person who screwed up. They made the mess, they fix it, done.
I'm glad the Lords of Fortune have Tasha's back.
Oh, Tarsh isn't the first non-binary member of the Lords.
Really?
It was a little before your time, but Horlicks was one of ours.
Huh.
Bastard looked better than I did in a dress or pants. And out of them, too.
That's a nice rule. We could try it on our team.
At least you'd get a workout.
Ouch.
I didn't expect the Lords to care about the stuff. Me being non-binary.
Kirkwall taught me about family. If it matters to you, it matters to me. I mean, to the, Lords.
Oh. Thanks.
Anyway, where was I? So, there Tarsh is, thigh-deep in a snake's maw and still holding the giant ruby in one hand. I yelled that we'll get them out of there, and Tarsh just yells back, "Get up its ass! I'll meet you in the middle!"
Okay, the stomach I get, but did it really have?
Hey, who ate the last breaded cheese wand?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I guess I thought, well, I don't know what.
It's fine.
No, they're your favorite.
I think Tosh will survive, Balara.
No, Rook. Tosh loves cheese wands.
Tarsh loves everything. Nothing like running down dragons to build up an appetite.
It's the fire breathing. I have to eat more to build up stuff in my gut.
I know what I have to do. I'm pulling a barv. 1,
2, 3.
Heart's in the right place. Form's a little sloppy, though.
Bend your knees.
The Dalish prisoners escaped safely?
We got them away free and clear.
Good. Whatever my frustrations with them, it feels good to have helped my people again. Thank you for allowing me to help. Chance to infuriate Elganon was a reminder of simpler times.
You and Elganon were really tearing into one another back there.
I needed to goad him to anger in order to distract him. But yes, while all of the Evanuris were monsters in their own ways, Elganon was the worst. Or perhaps it is more honest to say that his were the faults I've found most objectionable. You have met him now, heard his voice hammering at the doors of your mind, and you have met me. Can you see how he and I might frustrate one another?
The way the two of you argued, it didn't feel like enemies. It felt like family.
How so?
Family knows you better than anyone, and that can be good or bad.
I had not thought of it that way. But yes, we had centuries to stoke the fires of our hatred. I saw his rise to tyranny coming, and could not stop it. And he saw me disrupt his plans for Dominion time and time again.
Alright, I can see how you and Elganon would hate each other.
He has always been what I most feared becoming. Callous and uncaring, his arrogance unchecked. To have that much power and no one to remind him that he could be wrong.
Well, he had you.
And I suppose I had you.
You said you found the Dalish frustrating. Why is that?
It is unfair to them. I lived for thousands of years, and after I imprisoned the Evanuris, I slept for thousands more. I awoke in a world that had forgotten the ancient times almost entirely. And those who tried to remember Elven history, like the Dalish, had gotten so much wrong.
Like the terrible trickster Fen-Harel who sealed away the gods?
There was truth to their stories. My rebellion had indeed disrupted the lives of those who had been comfortable. And when I created the Veil, I destroyed an empire. Their judgments were fair, if clouded. I tried to explain the truth to one clan. When I convinced them that I was truly Fen-Harel, they attacked me. After that, I hid my explanations behind the facade of having witnessed events in the Fade.
And the Fade is the realm of dreams. Hard to present that as evidence.
Yes. The Dalish had no reason to believe me. I could only watch as they continued to worship Elganon. Though we may have seen the last of that tradition, at least.
We would have had a hard time getting out of there without your help.
I did not spend this long preparing you only to lose you to Elganon's machinations. No, I am sorry. That was poorly said. You have earned better from me.
Okay.
When we first met, I saw you only as a foolishly confident child who disrupted my plans. You were an irritant. I gave you information to oppose Elganon out of necessity, but I expected you to be nothing more than a tool. Seeing you with your team, I was wrong.
I appreciate you saying that. Couldn't have been easy.
The only thing worse than being wrong is realizing it, but being afraid to change. Elganon's pride is no greater than mine, but he denies any failure on his part, and I at least try to acknowledge my mistakes. Your team trusts you, and you listen to them. It is impressive and enviable. It took me centuries to build such a bond during my rebellion, and when I served the Inquisition, I tried to avoid entanglements.
Except for Inquisitor Llewellyn.
I said that I resolved to do so, not that I succeeded. She is a good woman. Growing close to her was selfish of me.
Do you regret it?
I live with countless regrets. Some of them I have grown to cherish more than my victories.
Thank you for sharing that. So what comes next? What are the gods going to do?
Elganon and Gillenane are preparing the dagger they will use for their ritual to pierce the veil. Elganon's power is tied to light and darkness. He will need to perform a ritual during the next eclipse.
That gives us some time to prepare.
It is likely to be your last chance to do so. You must be ready for whatever comes, for this world and for the team that trusts you. I know that you will do everything in your power not to fail them.
So now Elganon's recovered his own archdemon, and the gods only need an eclipse to complete their dagger.
We saved the Dalish, though. That's important.
But now Elganon's immortal, so long as his archdemon lives.
And we all know how hard those things are to kill.
We killed Razikale, didn't we?
After losing hundreds of wardens, and it took a centuries-old trap to do it. We don't have either of those. Not anymore.
Just when you think the tide's in your favor, it turns right back.
Okay, We always knew this was gonna be hard, right? And yeah, maybe it's a little harder now. More than a little. But either we stop this, or all of Thetis falls. So we see it through, all the way. Because no one else is going to.
Nice speech, Rook. But it's hard to complete a contract if you don't know where the target is.
We found the gods before.
Not without help, we didn't.
So we get help again. We've got allies everywhere now.
What about the Venatori that were at the crater? They might know where the gods are hiding.
Dorian said they were up to something, but it seemed more about returning to the gods' good graces. They lost Algernon's sacrifice. He'll be displeased.
The crows may have something. The Antam are moving large quantities of supplies out of the city. Weapons, armor, gatlock. And several storehouses worth of food, what little we had left. It's enough to feed the Antam Navy for 3 months. Or all of Treviso for 6 weeks.
Given the timing, it seems unlikely to be a coincidence.
Wherever those supplies are headed, that's likely where we'll find the gods. Any more details from the crows, Lucanus?
They said the Antam have long work ahead. We have time. Also, Biago would like a meeting. At your earliest convenience. From him, that means important, but not yet urgent.
We've got options for what we do next. Figuring out where the Antam are taking those supplies should put us on the gods' trail. That said, the Venatori aren't up to anything good in Minrathis.
Not to complicate things, but the Inquisitor also wants to meet Rook.
Right. With everything she's been doing in the south, we owe her an update.
I'll let her know.
Today could have gone better, but it could have gone much worse. We fought off the Venatori and rescued the Dalish. That's a win by any standard. Rest up and be ready to go. Next time the gods appear, let's make sure it's the last.
Between the facing gods.
I'll need a wisp.
Manifestation.
Hey, Lara. You okay?
Can't do this without a wisp.
Dweller, it is whole, restored.
Now I'm getting somewhere.
Too much sky.
Hey, Ro. Come to stare into the fire. I've heard that helps.
You know, we have more comfortable rooms and basically infinite space, so why,
Why does the trained assassin prefer a quiet, unassuming spot with good choke points?
Guess you just answered that question.
Besides, I'm closer to the coffee.